Welcome. I'm going to show you a neat trick here. We're working with Pro Tools, and we've got a great recording. It's kind of a ballad. But unfortunately, we're not getting the effect on the rim shot that we want, which is we want to send that microphone that recorded the rim shot through a reverb to get that classic, real, sizzly kind of clean reverb on the rim shot. Now what's happening? Well, if you look at the track here are the rim shots. I'm pointing to them. What's happening in between is because it's a microphone and a drum kit just tends to be loud. It's picking up the bass drum, the hi-hats, and just too much. When we send that through the reverb, the end result is kind of mush, and the reverb doesn't sound clean like what we hear on the radio. Well, we're going to show you how to fix that. And in Pro Tools, you have a function called Strip Silence. Let's go take a look at that. If we go up to Edit, come down, and let me move this up just so you can see a little bit better. Go to Edit, left click, come down, and look for Strip Silence. Now, what we're going to do here is show you how to use this nice little tool. Let's get it in our window. And the first thing you want to do is look at the strip threshold. And I'll show you how that works. We're going to start with 0 dB. And as you can see here, our rim shots are louder than our hi-hats and our kick. Now let's just really take a listen to that. You're going to hear a little pause. Just the nature of Pro Tools once I hit play. Here we go. Now that's just the microphone that's on the snare drum. If you can imagine, you may be using 8 microphones or 10 microphones or 4, whatever, on your whole kit, and you're going to be picking up everything. And we really want some separation on this particular cut as part of the production. So, once again, let's go back to Edit, Strip Silence, left click that, and we're back to where we were a second ago. Now, strip threshold, the lower I bring it, the more it's going to affect the peaks. The lower and lower, it begins to affect everything because the dynamics of all those parts vary considerably. We don't want that. What we do want to do is make sure that we're just getting the rims. Once again, which are these. So let's bring it down very slowly. So far we've included these, but excluded these because they're lower in volume than these were. Now what do we have? Look at it very carefully. We've got them all except the very first one, which is the quietest. So let's go down 1 more dB. There we go. Now if you were to go ahead and do that strip now without adjusting the length, it would sound terrible. As a matter of fact, let me demonstrate that. And let's hear the playback. Of course, there's going to be a little pause. That's the nature of Pro Tools. Don't you love it, though? Here we go. No sound. So it's in the right place, but we're getting noise. Well, it's not actually noise. What it is it's too short. So let's undo that. Go back. And what we want to do, once again, go to Edit, Strip Silence, is adjust its length or the length that we're cutting. We do that with the region end pad. And what we want to make sure we do is not go so far as to go to the next sound or the next In this case, hi-hat is the first thing we're going to hear after the rim. So you want to make sure it's shorter than that. And you don't necessarily want to go all the way to it because that may leave too much room ambience on the rim shot, which will sound kind of unnatural. You can a little bit shorter, generally speaking. Now, when we hit strip, we clean that up quite nicely. Take it back, hit play, and after our pause, we'll hear it. Now, what we're hearing is, on some of them, we're hearing a little tss just as he's hitting the very next hi-hat. We don't want that. So undo it again. Go back and shorten the length of the region end pad. Just a little bit. Try that. Strip that. Close it. Go back. Hit play. And let's see how that sounds. Ready, go. Perfect. Now when we send that through our reverb, we're going to get just a gorgeous sound that will enhance the vocal considerably. Now, any of you out there that have samplers, this is the best way to get a good sample. For instance, if you want a rim shot sound, we've got it. And if you look over to the right, here are our regions that we saved. So any of these could make just a wonderful rim shot sound that can be sampled into a drum machine. All right, you got it. Check out the next video.